Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kaeyoh from Tempo Storm here, and today I want to talk about Greymane and how the patches affected him, how to build him now, and just go over some of my thoughts on him recently. What they've done to Greymane is basically try to make it a whole lot harder to just play the classic Flask build that everyone was using before. If you recall, it was like the one. Well, not everybody would go to level 1 talent, but at least the range on it at 4, the 7 talent was crucial, and then like the 16 that made the flask do a ton of damage. Well, they've nerfed a lot of that stuff, and the new way it works with the flasks is that you have to do a quest talent at level 7, but it requires an insane amount. You have to hit so many flasks to even get this up to be where it's worth it. So it's not really consistent value anymore to go the flask build. So instead, what people are doing is building more of an auto attack based Greymane that also just has the capability to have a little bit more protection when he goes in with his ultimate. So let's just go over the build real quick. Let me just recap it for you. Basically, what we've got here is at level 1, we're going to still go Wolfheart. Because as you probably recall, Greymane had an incredible amount of poke damage with his autos, and he does a whole lot during fights if you can just get a lot of auto attacks off and just be ready for the ultimate. So this is still a really strong build that still does a lot of damage, and it's going to be great on especially still maps like Battlefield of Eternity. At level 4, this is where you get one of the first major changes. So we're going to instead be going for Disengage Grant Stealth for 4 seconds. What this really allows you to do is at the point in the fight where you need to go in with your ultimate, you're going to be able to get in there, get what you need to get done, finish off a kill or whatever, and then you're going to be able to disengage out to safety and get back into your auto attack range. And this talent allows you to do that comfortably. You no longer need to worry about flask range or anything like this. It's kind of a shame, but honestly, now the flask is very unimportant part of his kit. It still is kind of nice, does a little bit of extra damage, which is okay, but that's about all you're getting out of it now. Then we have at level 7, Quicksilver Bullets, and that's going to increase the human basic attack range by 20%. And this is, again, just ties into the new playstyle that he has, which is more focused on just getting in lots of value from constant auto attacks. So this is what you're going to be going over the Incendiary Elixir, because that has been turned into a quest that's extremely hard to get. Blizzard clearly did not want Greymane to just be a Flask machine like he was before. But yeah, now Flask is kind of in an awkward position because it feels like it really doesn't do much at all. And it's pretty hard to get value out of without any of those range talents or anything. So yeah. Level 10, still going to go for the throat. And like I was saying, you're trying to poke and look for that opportunity to go in. Basically, the only time you should be going in as a Worgen is when you're trying to ultimate and get a kill. Other than that, you just want to stick with your auto attacks and try to keep up your on the prowl as much as possible. Inner Beast. At level 13, the talent on the prowl is the one that's going to give you 30% movement speed once you have the Inner Beast active for 3 seconds. So it just ties into the playstyle again. You're trying to just dance around with keeping your W up and getting lots of value out of auto attacks. The movement speed helps you do that and close the distance on people and kite away and all that good stuff. Level 16, you're going to go Relentless Predator. This is a really interesting, different choice. You can also go Executioner, in my opinion, with this build, but traditionally, I think Relentless Predator is the best option. Basically, the difference here, the old build, you had Concentrated Blast, of course, but now without any of the range counts and stuff, it's going to be a lot harder to get value out of that big damage boost. So basically what Relentless Predator does, it allows you to go in there with your ultimate when you're ready to get a kill, and you're still going to be able to get out of there pretty easily. The CC reduction is going to help you just stay alive when you do go in for that execution, and just buy you that extra time to be able to get back out of Worgen form. If you're against a team without a lot of CC and everything, I would opt for the Executioner instead here. Level 20, got still the human basic attack Splash. Really good late game. Of course, it's not as good as a Bolt or anything like that. You don't have any mobility, but it's still, it's going to just make your poke that much better, and it's going to be AoE. So overall, basically the playstyle change is that you want to be keeping your W with the maximum amount of uptime and just kiting people once you get that movement speed. As you can see, it's really, really good. You do have a lot of kiting potential, and I think the character is still a lot of fun to play with this build, because I mean, just getting good value out of those huge auto attack pokes is very satisfying. And then you still have the execution ult, so he still has that burstiness that makes him work extremely well with aggressive kill compositions, and he can follow up on setups very easily. So that's Greymane now in the current patch. Hope this guide was helpful. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Have a good one.
Goku getting absolutely beasted down. Take a look, iDream, and this is going to catch Goku in a weird spot, but look at that. They did manage to boot iDream on that backside. iDream in a very tough position. The stun is going to come down.